Hello and all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one we're talking Chuck Liddell, his comments on his favorite active UFC fighter, Alex Pereira, a guy that's quickly propelled his name to the top of this phenomenal sport that has great future. Mixed martial arts, specifically the UFC, coming from an icon of the game, Chuck Liddell, to another icon of the game. What does Alex Pereira represent for the UFC? Is Alex Pereira considered one of the greatest of all time? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Chuck Liddell in the early 2000s, I want to say like phase 2 of the UFC, was absolutely the face of it. Chuck Liddell is one of the most iconic fighters, especially of the early 2000s. A guy that's been there before the greats. He's a great of himself, obviously. He was there before the George St. Pierre's, the John Jones, obviously Conor McGregor's, and all these megastars that came after. Chuck Liddell is perhaps one of the most familiar faces in America. You know, I want to venture out and say that just because if, so many people, even if they're not aware of the UFC and mixed martial arts, at least back during those times, they were aware of Chuck Liddell, obviously an icon of the game himself. He thinks that Alex Pereira, obviously, is his favorite fighter. My question here is that where does Alex Pereira fall amongst the likes of John Jones, the likes of Khabib Nurmagomedov, the likes of George St. Pierre? How does a guy that doesn't wrestle rank amongst those guys, tremendous wrestlers, mixed martial artists? I believe we have the opportunity to know for sure if Alex Pereira truly is one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time, when he competes against John Jones, the fight that I think is inevitable. Both gentlemen, 37-year-old, both gentlemen previously or still fight at light heavyweight. Similar size, similar age, similar places in their career towards the end of it, sort of say. And what better way to know where Alex Pereira stand amongst the greats than a fight against arguably the greatest of all time, right? Johnny Bones Jones. I think this fight is inevitable. I think we'll get to see this fight happen. Let's say latest fall of 2026. Comments like the comments of Chuck Liddell only adds to the aura and the reputation of a guy like Alex Pereira. But I think this guy has a lot of unfinished business still. And to me, I still can't quite mention him in the same category as John Jones or George St. Pierre. It's because those guys did it for so long consistently, and that we still have the opportunity of seeing if Alex Pereira is truly up to the task, the task of facing a truly greatest of all time fighter in the form of John Jones. I believe this fight is inevitable. It makes sense for everyone. It makes sense for Alex Pereira. It makes sense for John Jones, the fight that both gentlemen asked for. It makes sense for the UFC and Dana White. With all respect to Tom Aspinall, but I think Alex Pereira fight should take more, or should be looked at as the fight to make. Let's just say that. And the fans would obviously greatly benefit from this fight happening. So I have a feeling that we get to see this fight happen. If and when that fight happens and Alex Pereira performs well, then I would be considering Alex Pereira obviously as undoubtedly the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. If he's to beat John Jones, that is. Will that actually happen? Only time will tell. If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and subscribe for more.